There's no shade, no water, just you, and the sand whispering under your boots. The sun is boiling the ground like it wants to crack the earth in half. You haven't seen a zombie in hours. No moans, no footsteps, no gurgles. But then again, you haven't seen shade either. So you ask yourself, is the desert safe? Or is it just nature's version of slow death? Let's break it down. On paper, the desert looks perfect. Low population? Yes. Wide open views? Yes. Zombies can't sneak up on you across a flat sand plain. You can spot a crawler from a mile away. It's the place no one lives, and that's the point. Zombies don't grow out of the ground. They need people, cities, density. So logically, the desert feels like a blank slate. No one equals no infection. But here's the thing. No one also means no help, no backup, no supplies, no second chances. You see all that sand? That's not just background scenery, it's your enemy. Forget the zombies for a second. Just surviving the desert without undead trying to eat your face is a full-time job. The heat alone can kill you in under 3 hours if you're unprepared. Your sweat stops working, your organs start cooking, your vision goes white, and don't count on being rescued. Cell towers, gone, water sources, buried, map directions, worthless if the wind wipes the trail. By the time you notice you're dizzy, you're already dehydrated. By the time you slow down to rest, your blood is getting thicker. And when night falls, that heat flips to cold so fast your body thinks it's been shoved into a freezer. In the desert, there's no middle ground, just extremes. Scorching during the day, hypothermic by midnight. And that's without a zombie sniffing around your fire. Zombies rot. That's their weakness. The flesh decays, the muscles tear, the joints stiffen. But the desert, it doesn't rot things, it mummifies them. No moisture means no bacterial breakdown. Instead of liquefying into soup, zombie corpses in the desert dry out, fast, like beef jerky with teeth. Sounds like a win, right? Wrong. See, rot slows zombies, but desiccation preserves them. Out here, a zombie could last months without breaking down. No fungus, no maggots, just dry wind and hard skin. And without blood flow, they're not worried about sunstroke or dehydration. You are, they're not. That means you're on a timer, and they're not. So they're dry, they're slow. That should be easy, right? Now imagine this. You're walking through a canyon. No cover. You're tracking a shadow, just one zombie. You turn a corner and suddenly, 5 mummified corpses rise from the sand. They've been buried by dust storms. Wind carried their scent away. You didn't hear them because the dry air muffles sound. And now they're on you. Cracked lips, dried skin, bones that snap loud when they move. And guess what? That dry air keeps their vocal cords stiff, so they don't moan, they don't announce themselves. They just appear, like ghosts with jaws. Let's say you handle the heat. You carry water, you outsmart the zombies. There's one more problem. Other survivors. Desert people aren't built like city folk. They don't smile, they don't wave, they shoot first and bury second. Post-apocalypse, the desert becomes a power vacuum. Everyone's running from the cities. Some head for the mountains, others to the coast. But a few, they come here to set up shop, to control territory, to become kings of sand. They don't need a lot to hold power, just a water source and a few guns. And if you roll through their turf with nothing to offer, you're just another thing to loot. The desert makes humans more dangerous than the dead. Let's say you're a planner. You find an old mining shack with a well. You've got shade, a water filter, maybe even solar panels. Now you're in business. You use the terrain to your advantage. Zombies can't ambush you. You trap them in sand pits. You build mirrors to reflect heat away. You collect water from morning condensation. Out here, with the right tools, you're untouchable. Until you run out of food, or your purifier cracks, or your generator fries. Then the silence becomes a threat. And the heat starts whispering again. No supplies, no water, no map. You're wandering under the sun like a lost animal. Then you see something. A figure, but it's not moving like a zombie. It's dragging its leg, slowly, but not dead. Worse. It's someone dying who doesn't know they're turning. You help them. You offer water. But in the desert, there's no time for mercy. You look away, and their eyes turn. You hesitate. Too long. Now you're dead, or worse, undead in a place where nothing ever breaks down. Out here, your body becomes a landmark. Short answer, no. Long answer, it depends how long you want to live. The desert will kill most zombies, but it'll kill you faster. It's not a haven, it's a filter. Only the smart, the fast, and the cruel survive out here. The rest become bones in the sand. You can run here, you can hide, but eventually the wind catches your scent, and the desert reminds you. It doesn't care if you're dead or alive. It just wants silence. The desert doesn't moan, it doesn't groan, it doesn't chase you through buildings or scream in the night. It just waits. It bakes your blood, it blinds your path, and if you fall asleep with your mouth open, you'll wake up with a skull full of dust. Some say the desert is the safest place in a zombie apocalypse. But out here, even the dead are dying, but there's something else nobody talks about. The sand doesn't just hide zombies. It hides everything. The sun burns your skin raw by noon, but at 3 p.m., a storm rolls in. At first, it looks like fog. Then you realize it's moving too fast, too thick. It's not fog, it's a sandstorm. Visibility, 0. Sound, gone. Air, full of razor-sharp grit. You throw your shirt over your face. You drop to your knees. And now, you're blind. If there's a zombie within 10 feet, you'll never see it coming. If there's a group, you'll hear the first one after it's already got your ankle. Sandstorms bury tracks, wipe out trails, and cover up corpses. If you're not moving, you're being erased. But let's say you survive that. You make it to a ridge, high ground, you look out, no movement. You think you're alone. Then the heat kicks in again, and your brain starts playing tricks on you. You see water that isn't there. You hear whispers on the wind. You start to wonder, did you kill that zombie? Or was that your shadow? You aim your gun at a rock. You fire, now you're down a bullet. And when night comes and real movement starts, you're paranoid, tired, empty. And that's when the real threat shows up. Nighttime in the desert is a horror movie. Temperatures plummet, your sweat turns to chills. You can't light a fire. The glow will attract every set of undead eyes for miles. So you hide. You crouch behind a dune, your hand on your knife, your back against dry stone. And you wait. You don't sleep. Because sleeping out here isn't rest. It's surrender. You drift off. And a zombie that's been crawling since sundown finally reaches you. One arm, one leg, no jaw, just hunger. You hear the scrape, but too late. You turn over, and it's already on your chest. The desert doesn't sleep. It just waits for you to close your eyes first. And even if you build a camp, a shelter, a system, the desert still finds ways to break you. Gear melts, plastic warps, metal burns to the touch. You dig a pit to store food, scorpions get there first. You collect water, it evaporates. Even the silence starts to mess with you. There are no birds, no dogs barking, and no traffic. Just wind and grit and your own voice whispering, am I still alive? Or just next? You want to survive the desert in a zombie apocalypse? Then you better be more than prepared. You need backup water, backup ammo, a vehicle that doesn't overheat, fuel hidden in shade, traps built into dunes, and a mind that doesn't break from silence. Out here, the strong don't thrive. The strong just last a little longer. This is Infectimind.